Hey gang, it's your happy watcher here, and I'm back. Let me first start off by saying thank you to all my new subscribers. Yeah, I appreciate you. Love you guys. Thank you so much for supporting me. As you guys well know, it's hot out here. So I appreciate you. I thank you for that so much. Next, let me put out there, this may be a 3-parter, and I say that because I'm first going to address my natural hair and some of the issues I've been having with it and what I'm doing with it at this present moment and how it's coming along from a few minor little setbacks here and there. So this does not have to be any longer than it needs to be. Let's get started. First off, I cut my hair maybe about 4 months ago. For 2 reasons. One, I was bored, tired of it, and it just needed a really good cut. I cut it, and I really didn't cut the sides. I just really cut the back because I wanted it to be a slanted A-line bob. I guess that's what you call it. And it was alright. It stopped the excessive shedding that I was experiencing in that area. But I was still having it everywhere else that I didn't cut. So after about a week, maybe 2 weeks of wearing it, I went back in and I recut it all again, including the back even shorter, and then the sides, because I still wanted the sides to be a little longer than the back and it still to be kind of a line symmetrical bob. Now, you're probably looking at it now like, you look a little lopsided, girl. You're looking like the back in the day Salt and Pepper. I'm trying to tell my age, but anyway. Honestly, this is the longer side. And it kind of, I just wear my part either down the middle or on the side. Yeah, but this tends to be my thicker side where I tend to sometimes get a little bit more shrinkage. So that's why it appears that way, and because of that, I also kind of wear it to that side. So to me, if it does look a little lopsided, it doesn't look that funny. Yeah, so once I did the second cut, it seemed that the rest of the excessive shedding stopped. I started moisturizing it with the Kimmy 2 recipe. I loved it. Had nothing bad to say about it. The only thing is it still left me a little frizzy, and sometimes I don't mind the frizz, and sometimes I do. So yeah, I still use it. My husband still uses it. We're all natural headed people in the family, so yeah. But then it kind of made me want to go back along with Miss C. Key. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. Sorry if I'm not. The Kinky Curly Custard. I hope that's turned around right. I'm still taping from the iPad. I'm sorry. I'm gonna work on it. Anyway, yeah. So, I bought the little jar. Now, I tried this years and years ago. In fact, I tried it when her Not Today was in the liquid form. I don't know if any of you guys know that or remember that, who've been kind of with her for a while. But this was kind of back in maybe 2007, 2006, somewhere in there. And I even then, when it was in the liquid form, I loved the Not Today. I did wish it was more of a cream formulation, and I guess enough of us put our 2 cents in, and she changed it and made it that way for us. And I thank her for that and appreciate it that she listened to her consumers and did that. I was not a fan of this. I'm going to be honest. I don't know if I was using it wrong, or I don't know. I wasn't a fan of it. So I checked, I used what I had, and I never repurchased it again. And then I didn't really repurchase the Not Today because I just hated having to order it. Now she's readily available in all the hair stores, in Target, I want to say Walmart, maybe. Don't quote me on that one. But anyway, when deciding to use the Kimmy 2 recipe, she does use the Not Today, and I decided to use the same conditioner, which made me fall right back in love with it all over again. And not to mention, due to some hair issues I was having, I decided to kind of go in and rethink all of the hair products that I was using and kind of gear towards more of the natural hair products, kind of doing research and figuring out that some of the stuff in just the conditioners just wasn't working. And then realizing too that some of like the Tresemme Naturals silicone free, they had reformulated it and changed it, and I didn't like the new formula. And I've heard some other complaints about it as well. So I stopped using it, heartbreakingly enough. Now, with that being said, I discovered in Ulta, they had the old formula back. And that the new bottle looks similar, but different. And I don't think... Yeah, I got it. Here it is. It looks exactly the same. It has back the white clear cap, not the black one. But this is the only difference in the labeling, which instead of the, I think, avocado and the Moroccan, I think it was in the old one, this has the coconut and the jojoba oil. And the blue label just says Vibrantly Smooth Conditioner. So if you happen to run across this, this is exactly like the old formula. The only difference in the formula, it just does not have the, other oils, which is replaced it with still some good natural oils. So I'm back in love with it again. So yeah, I started using that again as my co-wash. I was using something else as a co-wash. I don't have that near me, so I'll discuss that in another video. And then I decided to get my hair braided. And I loved it. My husband loved it. Oh, I marveled over it. But downside is I naturally have thin edges. Yeah. And I had been working on them with my Black Jamaican Castle and some other little concoctions. And I had actually started strengthening them and getting them just a little bit thicker like they were years and years ago. Even though they're not going to get so thick because they're just naturally kind of thin anyway. But at least back to what they originally was. And I got my hair braided and wore it up for about 3 weeks and took them out. And Lord and behold, yeah, my edges were gone. And I was heartbroken. So it was like, wow, I can't get my hair rebraided. I can't keep it up in braids like I intended to help along with the issues that I was having, because the middle of my head right in here, for some reason, is the driest. And I call that my problem child area. Because if I don't basically treat it with knit gloves and basically do something to it and leave it alone, it tends to act up on me big time. It tends to want to split, break, shed, you name it, it does it. It just don't like to be messed with. So I try to just leave it alone as much as possible without looking like his mama don't love him. But yeah. So the Kinky Curly Custard stuff, to make a long story short, kind of has been helping me with that when I do wear it out. If I don't have it braided down, stuck underneath a wig, it's out like this, and I just, put it in, let it dry. Sometimes if I have to leave the house and it's a little cold out, I'll just take the blow dryer to it, diffuse it, and go. As you can see, I have used all of the little container, and it's lasted me a pretty while. So I learned, like I said, through C Key, how to use it better for my head, and it made me want to kind of try it again. And when I used it the way she did, it worked as you can see, beautifully. And so now I love it. It's expensive, but I love it. But then sometimes, can you really put a price on your head? No, you really can't. So, yeah. To grow my edges back, I've been using this Emu oil. And I've been mixing it with the black Jamaican castor oil and just rubbing it into these edges of mine. Now this side is not as bad, but you can see where the little thinning is there. Yeah. Cover that back up. And this side, it don't look that bad on camera, but that's actually my worst side. But so it has been helping it grow back. It's been now probably about a month since then, and I'm good. So yeah, if anyone has any suggestions, or maybe if you've been going through the same similar problem, I hope that was a little bit of a help. So till next time.